Hello and welcome to the Piano Man's Library.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's Groundhog Day. Not really, but you'd think it is because we're doing this again. So, happy Thanksgiving.
We have a tag video today from Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading. It's an original tag from her, and
That would be zero, wouldn't it? Books you're not reading.
she reads books.
I mean,
Yes.
books that you are not reading would be
Yes, we're reading.
near zero.
We're reading all of them.
all the
All the books. All books. Okay, so the first prompt was, did you ever read Under the Covers with a Flashlight as a kid? And if so, do you have any memorable books or experiences? And I didn't really get into reading until I was in my teens, and I preferred the radio at night as to books. So I didn't use a flashlight. I didn't read in bed.
Boring.
I'm boring. How about you?
Well, I did ask you. Well, they wouldn't know, but I had asked her before. What songs did you listen to then?
Oh, anything 80s, they were all good.
Which is a great segue to my book because I did read it at nighttime. From the year 1983, we have Doctor Who and the Five Doctors. Notice the shiny cover back when they made cool covers. So yeah, this was the height of classic literature for me as a youth, shall we say, in the 1980s, were these vintage Target novelizations. And let's see, how bad was inflation? In pounds, in Great Britain, this cost £1 and a half a pound. I don't know. That would be 50 shillings or what. I'm not British. I'm sorry. I don't, shillings.
£1.05.
£1.05. Oh, yeah. I forget. Yeah, she knows. So £1.05. I'm sure.
I read.
Oh, wait. We have a USA. So in the States, it costs $2.95. And where might have you picked this up? Well, we had malls back then. In the malls, we had things like Books A Million, or in my case, I remember Walden Books. And yes, they had an entire section devoted to Doctor Who books. It was a wonderful time.
Okay. Question number 2. Do you read when you wake up in the middle of the night as an adult? Do you use your e-reader, a booklight, light on your nightstand, etc.? And share any books.
Okay, well, I'll go first. I said before, well, you wouldn't know, but I had said before that I hesitate to turn on the light. Yes, I do read at night, but I don't want to wake her up. But then she pointed out that she has a blindfold on. So
Love these things.
yeah, she swears by them to their efficaciousness. Okay, so I have daytime and nighttime books. And my nighttime book, my primary nighttime book has been The Mystical City of God by Venerable Mary of Agreda. And it's essentially just private revelations as it relates to the life of the Virgin Mary, which is the mother of Jesus. And then this, it's kind of a both and daytime, nighttime book. Also by a similar title is The City of God by St. Augustine, which I've really been enjoying now that I slogged through, I don't know, 7 books on the Roman gods. I mean, I'm fine with Roman mythology and Greek mythology, but do we really need an entire book on the multiple titles of Jupiter? I mean, it's fascinating from a historical viewpoint because it Augustine was dealing with a real belief at the time, and so he felt that in order to defend Christianity, just to give a very brief background to this book. So, uh, Augustine died just as the Vandals were. The Roman Empire was on its decline, on its way out, and so there was some of the Romans had stated that one of the reasons for the fall or the ongoing at that time what was happening to the decline of the Roman Empire was due to the abandonment of the Roman gods and taking on the Christian God. So this book was in a sense a rebuttal of that. But in order to deal with that, he spent at least his first what's about fourth of the book very seriously dealing with the various beliefs in the Roman gods at the time. It can get a bit tedious. But anyway, I'm past it, so it's a lot more interesting now as it actually deals more specifically with Christian theology, certainly as the way that Augustine and maybe Ambrose and others understood it and elucidated it. Okay, that is enough of the nighttime stuff.
Okay, and I don't wake up in the middle of the night very often, but if I do, I get up and I will start reading whatever it is I happen to be reading at the time. And then I always get up early, 5 or 6 or something when it's still dark, to do my reading. So, and I get right up and I'll turn on the lamp and I'll read. So I'm used to reading in the dark.
Okay, next.
This is funny. Power outage. What have your reading experiences been when the lights won't turn on and the TV is dead, the computer is out? Do you read then? Share with us any memorable books or reading experiences during a power outage.
Well, our power went out last night when we came home. We had no power.
We were going to actually film this last night. That was our plan when we got home.
We thought about it.
We were going to do it then, but it was just too dark. So we couldn't do it then.
But we didn't read. Actually, that's one of the downsides of being older. Well,
speak for yourself.
Well, what I mean is that we had a hurricane lamp, with the wick, if I sat right next to it, I could have read a book if I wanted to, but not being right next to it, it doesn't cast enough light to read and not hurt your eyes. Now, having said that, we did sing through Christmas carols, because we still had our lights on our phones.
Yes.
And after a while, you practically memorize. Your fingers know what to do, even if you can't see the notes. So,
yes.
So we did that instead. That was how we spent our power outage. And then I also have a wind up Victrola, which doesn't use electricity at all. So we played a couple records as well.
Yes.
So anyway, but getting back to the question at hand, have you read during a power outage? I mean, I probably did because I've been around long enough. I've been through other power outages. As a kid, I probably did. I'm trying to think. It's funny. I don't ever recall really being bored, and since I love books, I probably did read. But I can't recall which books those might have been. What about you? What did you do what did you do in the past during a power outage?
Well, if the power went out, we would generally have a few candles or lamps, and lots of times my family was a big card playing family, so we would play cards around the dining table. When I was a little older, um, I'm not sure what I did. I probably was reading a little bit, but usually we'd get on the phone and, hey, is the power off at your house? That's, but yeah,
Okay.
I was, as soon as I finally did open up a Kindle book on my phone, the power came back on. So
There you go.
I did try. Reading ignorance. Did you ever read a book because you realized you were completely in the dark about a particular
Subject
or
or
genre?
Genre.
Mm.
What was the book and the experience like?
We're always reading to find out new things.
Yeah, but do you have a particular book that, um, actually, well, yeah, well, do you have a particular book that fits this, that either a subject that you apparently knew nothing about, or
Well,
something you
the
found
one I'm
difficult?
reading right now, Diana Mosley, A Life of Contrast. I knew nothing really about her or her sisters, her family, and this is a autobiography, or understood why anyone would have the political
Views that her husband
views.
held.
Yes.
Yeah. So her husband was Oswald Mosley, who was the leader of the British fascists during World War II, and essentially as soon as war was declared, both her and her husband were imprisoned for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, I mean, here's a question. If you are in Britain, is Oswald mostly a subject that you were taught about or discussed? It's something, at least in the States, I didn't even know who he was. I actually ran across another book that was written about him. And then his wife is Diane Mosley, and of course uh,
Mitfords.
yeah, the Mitfords. Her maiden name was Mitfords, and uh, quite an interesting family. If you thought your Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners could be fraught with political dissension, um, oh, oh my, um, yeah, yeah, it's and a highly recommended read, especially the letters, which I don't know if we have easy access to. Oh, yes, we do. Excellent.
Right here.
Excellent. I like this. We have, by the way, we also have of Hans and Rebels. We have her sister's book. I think it's her name is Jessica. Mine's kind of, I haven't had enough coffee yet. I think her name's Jessica, which was, so she was the fascist in the family. Jessica was the socialist. They both wrote books. So I've not read the sister's book yet. It is on my to read list, which I'm really looking forward to because it's a polar opposite. But this book is a collection of letters between the six sisters. There was also a son. They had one boy family. It was called the Mitfords, and it's really interesting. Of all the sisters, uh, Unity, just a tragic life. That's all I'm going to say in case you don't know anything. Um, but yeah, this is really an interesting read. Um,
I will be doing a buddy read with this.
okay.
With
Well, I probably,
Ariana from Booksellets in January.
I probably shouldn't say too much. So let me maybe speak generally. I can't put this back without messing up everything. With the exception of a very strong rift between two of the sisters over a family tragedy that occurred. One of the things that struck me was that the sisters, throughout the entirety of their life, even with sometimes vastly differing opinions, I said with that one exception of two sisters, continued to write to each other. That was one thing that struck me. The other thing was just the level of writing. Even though these are just letters, the well-formed sentences and elegance. There's an elegance about them, just in the form of the letters, which we just don't experience anymore. So I've really enjoyed that aspect. It also kind of gives you a sense of shame, at least what we've lost or what we've allowed to be lost. Okay, so highly recommended. Oh, I should do my reading ignorance. Was that your reading ignorance? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different. So this is Father Frederick Copleston, Jesuit. He wrote, I think it was a 9-volume series. I don't remember how many volumes exactly, but he wrote this. It was kind of an history of philosophy, written for seminary students. And this book, I'm trying not to be vulgar here. It made me realize how ignorant I was. And I say this because this first volume deals with the philosophers of Greece and Rome. So we're talking about the pre-Socratic, like Thales of Miletus and others, and then Socratic, so Socrates and Plato, and then the Roman philosophers. And he will give quotes from works and words, and he does not bother to translate them. So he'll try to think of here. Actually, you know what? It's even easier for me. Let me just go and find you an example. Oh,
actually, in this book too, I noticed that she doesn't translate anything when she'll do a number of French phrases and such, and just expects people to know them because people used to know multiple languages.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so example, it says, but even if this is so, it is but a relic, since in Thales we see clearly the transition from myth to science and philosophy, and he retains his traditional character as an initiator of Greek philosophy. And I'm going to show you this. Okay, yeah, it's not. Oh boy, it's not. But you can see there's Greek lettering down there. I'm sorry that it's blurred. I don't know why it's so blurry, but I'll read. And it says, "Allah Thalos main ates troiautes archegos philosophias," which she doesn't bother to, to translate. Let's see, from all that Theos Menote. I have to look it up again. Well, Philosophias is obviously philosophy. Archegos, what would be the beginning? The initiation, so it's arche. It means the beginning. But the point is that I read this and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I have no. I mean, I couldn't read the script. And in Latin, he does the same thing. And so this really made me realize, again, when I talk about a loss of education, people were just expected to know Greek and Latin. And then additionally, for a long time, French was kind of the lingua franca. So if you read sometimes the Founding Fathers, you'll see like Thomas direct quotes French. So, okay, that's with the ignorant book. If we're rushing, it's because we have a church service to get to for Thanksgiving, but we're still good. We've got to speed it up though, so it's going to be like lightning round.
Reading blindly. Do you ever read a novel without knowing anything about it? Absolutely.
Yes.
I try not to, especially with the classics. Never ever to read.
Never ever to read the classics.
Never ever read the back of the book because they'll spoil everything. So and I just kind of got in that habit with regards to fiction writing. I don't really look at them at all. If I'm really excited about the book.
Yeah, and I was going to try to find an example, but I don't have time to go and grab a book. Short answer is yes. If I'm going through the freebie bin at the used bookstore and there's an interesting book, I may not know anything about it, but it looks interesting, or the cover looks interesting, or so yes. Next, let's see what we
other dark places.
Camping, cars, basements, the movies. What are any other dark places you have read in maybe unexpectedly? Share any books or memorable reading experiences.
Well, you read.
Who would read during a movie? I'm sorry, that bothers me. It's like it's the same thing with making out. I'm sorry, but if you're paying money to see a movie at the movie theater, watch the movie. Okay. End of old grumpy old man rant.
Kelly, the creator of this
oh no
tag.
Mea culpa, maxima culpa.
She actually finished her book before she left, but she was really into a book, she said, and she planned to if she hadn't finished it.
At a movie theater?
At the theater. Yes,
oh.
They were on their way to a date at the theater. Yes. Yes.
Wait, like a movie theater or a theater? Movie theater. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. What?
That's okay. She finished it before.
Woohoo! Good job.
Yes, and so
I don't think
you'll read just about anywhere. You're always actually he and our one daughter are
Emma will read anywhere. I do the
very
eyesight
good
thing.
about taking books with them wherever they go, and such.
Yeah, but dark places. I like to park where there's light. I don't read in dark places unless you can count not enough lighting in an orchestral pit, and I'm reading music. Does that count? Because the lighting is, that counts, I think. I'm stretching it, but we're going to go with that. So, yes, okay. I read sheet music in dark places.
And
what about you? Did you answer that question?
I don't read when I'm not home. That's
Okay.
That's all.
So what was the
we
next
have
one?
we have a special needs
The
and
Feast of Epiphany. Oh no, it's Epiphany.
Epiphany.
The sudden realization,
The
or
lights
that
are
means
on.
shining. Oh, Greek bonus. Greek words too. Epi and phonos. Okay. The lights are on.
What book or books have given you a proverbial light bulb in your head? Something that really illuminated an idea for you? I know that happens a lot, but I can't think of any.
Oh, fail.
Fail. I know.
You can go with the Bible. I mean, come on, you can go with an easy one.
Well, I was gonna say Saint Teresa
of
of
Avila.
Avila.
The interior castle.
Yes,
That one?
the interior castle. I know that one was particularly illuminating for me. At the time, but I don't remember specifics. What triggered it? About
now
the
I have to think.
book.
Wow, I had one like. Oh god, this is ridiculous. I literally just had one. I have a secondary one. I'm immediately thinking of. I'm trying to think what the. Oh. The encyclical, The Gospel of Life by St. Pope John Paul II. When he talks about the culture of life versus the culture of death, I thought he did that really struck me just because of how true it was. It really summarized kind of in stark contrast, death versus life, and the importance of life and life as a gift. And then my second one was Dante's Divine Comedy, and don't like Milton's Paradise Lost. There is a sequel to Paradise Lost called Paradise Regained. If you're going to read Paradise Lost, you should also really read Paradise Regained. Along with Dante's Divine Comedy, don't just read the Inferno, but read the Purgatory and Paradise as well. I really think Dante does a good job, even setting aside the historical figures. That's an interest in of itself, but just of delineating human frailty and human vices, and then later a kind of prioritizing what's important as far as the virtues. He does a good job of contrasting the vices and the virtues, and the destructive nature of one and the freeing nature of the other. Which brings us to
number 8.
Number 8, which is tag some booktubers. But anyone else is welcome to do. We have to. Oh, she actually has tags, so we can go back and forth. Wow, wait.
That's who she tagged before.
Okay, but you didn't get to listen. I was going to say we're all organized. We're not organized. The previous booktuber was organized.
Yes, of course, Kelly is always organized.
So
we will have some people
in the description
box below, and if you're not tagged and you feel like you would like to do this one, you are welcome.
And have have a very happy Thanksgiving and happy book reading. Have a
Thank
blessed
you.
day.
Goodbye.
Bye.